Wendell. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to tonight's regional news. We begin with news coming out of Cuba. Cuban President Miguel Diaz-Canel says that local scientists at the BioCuba Pharma's Research Center are working towards developing a vaccine against COVID-19. On Twitter, the Cuban president wrote that some researchers and scientists are progressing in the search for a vaccine to halt the spread of the virus. Diaz-Canel said he's confident that they will succeed. Meanwhile, director of the BioCuba Pharma, Eduardo Martinez, said that obtaining an effective vaccine against COVID-19 is top priority for the center, entire science and innovation system. Martinez also said that they will fulfill each step required for a project of this kind. Cuba has been experiencing an outbreak since the end of July, which led to tightened social isolation measures in some of the provinces. On Wednesday, the Health Ministry reported 35 new positive COVID-19 cases, bringing the tally in the Spanish-speaking Caribbean island to 3,128. And now for some CPL news. The Caribbean Premier League organizers have confirmed that 162 persons who arrived in Trinidad last week for the tournament have returned negative results in the second round of COVID-19 testing, paving the way for the team practice sessions to begin in earnest. The players, staff, and administrators all tested negative on arrival 2 Mondays ago and have been in quarantine at the official tournament hotel ever since, as per the government-approved health protocols. Testing was also conducted prior to members of the contingent leaving their respective jurisdictions. Still in Trinidad and Tobago, one day after health authorities in the Twin Island Republic warned of a spike of COVID-19 cases, the country has recorded 43 cases within a 24-hour period. This brings the number of confirmed cases of the virus in Trinidad and Tobago to 369. The Ministry of Health, in its update on Thursday morning, noted that the positive results were from samples taken from August 5 to date. In the breakdown, the ministry said one person tested positive at the private lab, 23 cases are pending investigation, and the remaining 19 are contacts of recently positive COVID-19 patients. Based on this latest update, citizens have been assured that all established protocols have been implemented. The ministry said the additional patients will be processed for admission to hospital. To date, 12,315 samples have been submitted to the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA, and the University of the West Indies, UWI, site for testing for COVID-19. The ministry says the number of patients tested has risen to 10,695, with 1,620 tests being repeated. There has been no change in the number of patients recovered or the number of deaths recorded from the last update. And now for final story coming out of Barbados. Mia Moore-Motley, Prime Minister, Minister of Finance, Economic Affairs and Investment of Barbados, has been nominated to serve as chair of the Joint World Bank Group and International Monetary Fund Development Committee, DC. The board of the World Bank has approved Motley in the line with the nomination by the chairs of the Latin America and Caribbean region. Motley is nominated to serve as chair for the period November 2020 to October 2021. The first term will become effective following the October 2020 annual meetings of the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, IMF. This is the first time that the chairmanship of the Development Committee is split at the nomination step. The Prime Minister expressed that she's honored by the nomination. She added that she is aware of the challenging times faced by all countries, especially developing ones, and the relevant role of the multilateral organizations like the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund must play in supporting all client countries during this health and socioeconomic crisis. Well, that's a wrap for tonight's regional news. Thank you for watching, and back to you, Wendell.